Shalom. My name is Moreh IshiYAH Yisrael from the House of Israel in Cincinnati, Ohio, 2330 Kemper Lane, bringing to you in 40 minutes or less. In 40 minutes or less, I will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt the word of Yahweh. Who is this Yahweh? Yahweh is the creator of the heaven, the earth, the sea, and all that is therein. Yahweh is the Elohim of our fathers, Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yisrael, whom you may know as Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yahweh is our judge. Yahweh is our lawgiver. Yahweh is our king, who will save us. Shalom. In this lesson number 13, we will deal with the law of the widow, the fatherless, and the stranger. As stated before, Yahweh have laws that govern his people, that govern the whole world and everything in the world. And we will deal with the various laws that Yahweh will govern the widow, the fatherless, as well as the stranger. So let us start so that you can consider these laws in the book of Exodus, the 22nd chapter. In the book of Exodus 22, this is what it says. And we're going to start reading. I'm going to start at the 21st verse in Exodus 22. This is what it says. Thou shalt neither vex a stranger nor oppress him, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. Ye shall not afflict any widow or fatherless child. If thou afflict them in any wise, and they cry at all unto me, I will surely hear their cry, and my wrath shall grow hot, and I will kill you with the sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your children fatherless. In other words, this is the law of the widow, fatherless, and stranger. And it don't matter where you live on the earth. If you do these things, this is what Yahweh would do unto you. The second witness that I would like you to see concerning the law of the widow, the fatherless, as well as the stranger is in the book of Exodus, the 12th chapter. Let us turn there. Exodus 12. In the book of Exodus, the 12th chapter, and we're going to start reading at the 18th verse. And this is what it says. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month at even, ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 21st day of the month at even. 7 days there shall there be no leaven found in your houses. For whoso eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. Ye shall eat nothing leavened. In all your habitations shall ye eat unleavened bread. And what is this law letting us know? It don't matter if you're a stranger, it don't matter if you're a widow, it don't matter if you are fatherless. You can't eat nothing leavened during this time. And this must be removed out of all your houses. That's number 2. Number 3, the law concerning the widow, the fatherless, as well as the stranger. In the book of Deuteronomy, the 10th chapter, and watch what this law says. Deuteronomy 10. In the book of Deuteronomy, the 10th chapter, we're going to start reading at the 12th verse. And this is what it says. And now, Yisrael, what do Yahweh thy Elohim require of thee? but to fear Yahweh thy Elohim, to walk in his ways, to love him, to serve Yahweh thy Elohim with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of Yahweh and his statutes which I command thee this day for thy good. Behold, the heaven of heavens is Yahweh's thy Elohim, the earth also with all that therein is. Only Yahweh had a delight in our fathers to love them, and he chose their seed after them, even you above all people as it is this day. Circumcise, therefore, the foreskin of your heart, and be no more stiff-necked. For Yahweh your Elohim is the Elohim of Elohims, the sovereign of rulers, a great Elohim, mighty and terrible, which regardeth not persons, nor taketh reward. And watch what he says. He do execute the judgment of the fatherless and widow, and loveth the stranger in giving him food and raiment. Therefore, love ye therefore the stranger, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. Thou shalt fear Yahweh thy Elohim, him shalt thou serve, to him thou shalt cleave, and swear by his name. He is thy praise. He is thy Elohim, that have done for thee these great and terrible things which thy eyes have seen. Thy fathers went down into Egypt with 70 persons. And now Yahweh thy Elohim hath made thee as the stars of heaven for multitude. This is the law of the widow, the fatherless, and the stranger. And by law, we are to love them and give them food and raiment. The fourth thing that I want you to see, the fourth law that I want you to see, is in the book of Genesis, the 17th chapter, concerning these three individuals, the stranger, the widow, the fatherless. Watch what it says in the book of Genesis 17. In the book of Genesis 17, we're going to start reading at the 12th verse, and this is what it says. And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you. Every man child in your generations, he that is born in your house, or bought with money of any stranger, which is not of thy seed, he that is born in a house, and he that is bought with thy money, must needs be circumcised. And my covenant shall be in your flesh for an everlasting covenant. And the uncircumcised man child, whose flesh of the foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shall be cut off from his people. He have broken my covenant. And yes, even the widow, the fatherless, and the strangers have laws. And we have laws that we must fulfill no matter where we're at. Number 5, in the book of Deuteronomy, the 24th chapter. And this is what it says concerning the widow, the fatherless, and the stranger. In the book of Deuteronomy 24, this is what it says, starting at the 17th verse. This is what it says. Thou shalt not pervert the judgment of the stranger, as many people doing today, nor the fatherless, which many people doing today, nor take a widow's raiment to pledge, which many people are doing today. But thou shalt remember that thou was a bondman in Egypt, and Yahweh, thy Elohim, redeemed thee thence. Therefore, I command thee to do this thing. Yes, they have rights. And we must fulfill the judgment of the widow, fatherless, as well as the stranger. And not just there. The sixth law that I would like you to see is in the book of Deuteronomy, the 5th chapter. In the book of Deuteronomy, the 5th chapter, this is what it says. And we will read the 14th verse. Deuteronomy 5 and 14. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of Yahweh thy Elohim. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy ox, nor thy ass, nor any of thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates, that thy manservant and maidservant may rest as well as thou. And remember that thou was a servant in the land of Egypt, and that Yahweh thy Elohim brought thee out thence throughout a mighty hand, and by a stretched out arm. Therefore, Yahweh thy Elohim commanded thee to keep the Sabbath day. And not just us. The widow kept the Sabbath day. The fatherless kept the Sabbath day, as well as the stranger kept the Sabbath day. And the seventh thing that I want you to see, which is probably one of the most important things that you want to learn concerning the widow, the fatherless, and the stranger. And you'll read this in the book of Deuteronomy, the 27th chapter. And this is what it says, Deuteronomy 27, talking about the law of the widow, fatherless, and the stranger. In the book of Deuteronomy 27, this is what it says in the 19th verse. Deuteronomy 27 and 19, cursed be he that perverteth the judgment of the stranger, fatherless, and widow. And all the people shall say, Amen, which means this is true. Now, you can curse yourself, or you can fulfill the true judgments, the true law that Yahweh will have us to do concerning the law of the widow, the fatherless, and the stranger. And until our next lesson, Yahweh love you, and so do I. Shalom.